The genius of persistence. Albert Einstein's journey. Albert Einstein, one of the most brilliant minds to ever walk the earth, faced struggles and challenges in his journey, much like anyone else who dares to think differently. Though his name is now synonymous with genius, his path to success was far from smooth. Einstein was born in 1879 in Ulm, Germany. His early years were marked by confusion and challenges. Many people believed that he wouldn't amount to much because he was a late talker and struggled with language. His teachers even considered him to be slow, and some thought he was too withdrawn to succeed. Despite the early setbacks, Einstein's curiosity about the world was unstoppable. He was always fascinated by how things worked, and he asked deep questions that others around him never thought to ask. One of the greatest challenges he faced was his education. Einstein was not a model student in the conventional sense. He was often described as rebellious and uninterested in traditional schooling methods. However, this wasn't because he lacked intelligence. It was because his mind worked in ways that conventional education couldn't capture. The early struggles and rejection. When Einstein applied for admission to the prestigious Polytechnic Institute in Zurich, Switzerland, he was rejected on his first attempt. The school found his grades lacking and his performance unremarkable. But instead of accepting defeat, Einstein used this setback as fuel. He studied hard for another year, improving his knowledge, and then he was accepted on his second attempt. Even after entering the Polytechnic Institute, his journey wasn't easy. In fact, many of his professors did not appreciate his ideas. His theories about the nature of light and gravity were considered too radical. Einstein, however, didn't let the rejection of his ideas stop him. He knew that true innovation often comes from thinking outside the box, and he kept pushing forward with his work. Little did he know that this persistence would one day lead to groundbreaking discoveries that would change the course of science forever. The discovery of the theory of relativity. Einstein's breakthrough came in 1905, a year that would later be called his Annus Mirabilis, or Miracle Year. During this time, he published 4 groundbreaking papers in the Annalen der Physik, a leading scientific journal. One of those papers introduced the special theory of relativity, a concept that forever changed how we understand time, space, and motion. But the road to that paper wasn't without its struggles. Einstein worked tirelessly for years, often in isolation. He spent countless nights in his small apartment in Bern, Switzerland, focusing on his equations. He faced doubt, rejection, and criticism from many of his peers. But he kept going. He didn't let the skepticism or rejection deter him from his mission. He believed in his work, and in the end, his theory revolutionized physics. His theory was groundbreaking, but it was also controversial. Many prominent scientists of the time did not accept his ideas immediately. Einstein faced harsh criticism and personal attacks, but he refused to back down. He persisted because he knew that his theory could explain the mysteries of the universe in ways that had never been done before. Overcoming failure and making history. Einstein's success didn't happen overnight. In fact, it took him years of hard work, failures, and rejection before the world recognized his genius. But it was his perseverance in the face of adversity that made him one of the most famous scientists in history. His theory of relativity was eventually proven correct, and it became one of the pillars of modern physics. But Einstein's story is more than just about science. It's about resilience, persistence, and the courage to keep going even when the world tells you to stop. Einstein didn't achieve greatness because he was born with an innate talent. He achieved greatness because he refused to give up, even when faced with countless failures. In fact, Einstein himself once said, "It's not that I'm so smart, it's just that I stay with problems longer." This quote encapsulates the essence of his journey. Success isn't always about having the brightest mind. It's about the willingness to keep going, even when the odds are against you. The legacy of perseverance today. Albert Einstein is remembered as one of the greatest scientists in history. His discoveries laid the foundation for many advancements in physics, and his work continues to inspire scientists around the world. But what many people don't realize is that his journey was one filled with obstacles, setbacks, and failures. He faced criticism, rejection, and doubt, but he never gave up. Einstein's story teaches us an important lesson. Perseverance is the key to success. No matter how many times you fail, no matter how many people tell you that you can't do it, if you keep pushing forward, you can achieve great things. Einstein's journey proves that failure is not the end. It's just a stepping stone on the path to success. So the next time you feel like giving up, remember Albert Einstein. Remember his determination, his willingness to fail and learn, and his relentless pursuit of knowledge. His story is a testament to the power of persistence. And if he could change the world with his ideas, so can you.